Welcome back. Let's explore here the output. So explore the output and, response 6, output 0. And one thing to have to remind is that this is just massive, If you look at it here, it is just insane, the amount of possibilities, which comes from what I shared before, which was to just have the possibilities here. Let's go to 1. Here we go. We have the approval here, and this is what we can do. And what I want to just, create here would then be flow. So create a flow for approval. And you could, think about it. So you would have here define Stripe request. And here would be the query here. Here you go. We would have the model GPT-4.1, input would be the query, tools, MCP, server label Stripe, and then server URL would then be this one here. Comma, once more, we would have the authorization, which is the bearer Stripe key. Now, not an actual return, so this is the request. Request is this. Then we would, print the request here. Let me actually see if we have something. No, it's out of range. Here we go. So this would be the request dot output 1. And then we would, ask the user if the request is accepted or not. This would be, approval equals input. We want to approve this request. If approval equals yes, we would have approval request client.responses.create. Models will be the GPT-4.1. Then we'll have the tools, Stripe, server, URL, mcp.stripe.com. We will have the headers here. We are going to have as well, I need to close the square brackets. We're going to have the previous response ID, which is going to be the request ID. We're going to have the input type. As with MCP approval, response approval would be true. Approval request ID would be the request.output1.id. Here we go. And then, so, okay, we've gotten to this point. I guess I'm invalid syntax. What is the issue here? So this, okay, but this closes this. So green. This is also green. If approval is yes. Okay. Approval is yes. We do this. Okay, let me explain the error because I'm a bit at a loss. Because usually if you're missing a square bracket, which is okay. Okay, except we're missing a comma. Added a comma here. Very good. Let's try this. Control Enter. Let's give this a try. So we're going to apply the function Stripe request, create a customer called Andre with email andre@gmail.com. Response object has no attribute output 1. Yes. here because it should be in a list. Okay, so let's try once more. Now, last thing that I want to do is really, explore the output. Okay, because this was the one thing that it was missing. Approval request. There we go. Approval request is not defined. Yes. Because it's not return approval request. And then realize something, whatever. Approval request equals to this. Let's try once more. Let me see if I can create also a bunch. By the way, so you see here, request ID, arguments, Andre, email at andre@gmail.com. I'll click on yes. And so this is done. We have here our approval request. Approval request is absolutely empty. Now the question here is, if you come here to our customers, we've created the two, which makes sense, right? Because we tried it a couple of times. And I would just add, so here a markdown just in case that we actually have an output of this. But overall, right, since we have this back and forth, like the only output would be, hey, we created the customer, which I'm also okay with silence because silence implies that it worked, right? It's an output. And that is it. We can do a bunch of stuff. It's always good to have an overview, always good to have documentation. What is it doing? What it can do, what it cannot do, what is required. And that's how it works. Lots of potential here. A lot of, let's say, ideas that can be generated here. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm absolutely here to help you. And I'll see you in the next video.